Hey guys, welcome back to Crafty Veteran. Today I got some cool news for you. I'm now officially partnered with Bigfoot Bushcraft. I'm an affiliate with them. And what that means is basically whoever uses my link to their website to purchase any of their products, I will get a small commission. But also I have a coupon code down below, or you can see it right here. It's Crafty Veteran, capital C, capital V, all one word. That'll give you 15% off anything you buy from them. So it's kind of a win-win for everyone. They get to sell their products, I get a small commission, and you guys get a savings. And they're actually doing a President's Day sale over there as well right now, so you can save even more with them. And I actually bought their 6-inch ferrocerium rod and their fire plugs, which we'll be talking about and reviewing today. But also they have some other things as well on their website. They've got a few different Mora knives, which if you're unfamiliar with Mora, they make some really good knives. I got the Mora Carbon, which is one of the best knives there is in my opinion, especially for the outdoors. I wish they sold this one because that'd be awesome, but they do sell some other good Mora knives, especially more budget-friendly ones. I mean, this one's almost $100, but the other ones they have are a little bit cheaper, and you can use those as backup knives for your main knives, or you can use those as a starter knife, whatever. They've got some other products there. So today we are going to review the fire plugs and the ferrocerium rod. So let's start with the rod first. So the ferro rod is 6 inches long and it is 1 inch thick, and that is what I've been recommended by many experts. That's what I recommend because it's going to be a lot easier to use and it's going to last much longer because of how thick this metal rod is. It's very comfortable to hold. Comfy. Let's go with comfy. It's very comfy to hold, and it's got a nice little striker here as well. The striker has a nice tinder scraper right here. You can process down tinder, like fat wood for example, make a nice little bundle of fat wood. It's got a bottle opener, and it's got some measuring on both sides, and then it's also a scraper. So right here you can see a little bit of lip, extra jagged lip right there. Yep, and that's what you'd use for striking. Typically, I would always use the back 90-degree angle of my spine of my Mora because you can get much better leverage. It's more gross skills versus fine motor skills. It's a lot easier to use in general, but I still like to keep the striker on my ferro rods just in case. If I was separated from my knife, for example, or I didn't have it, hopefully that never happens, but I still like having this attached just in case, and it's not hard to just tuck away in your hand when you use your knife, but I like it as a backup no matter what. And I will also show you guys how to use this thing outside. Let's move on to this guy right here. So these are the fire plugs from Bigfoot Bushcraft, and before I get into it anymore, they are made in Colorado. Bigfoot Bushcraft, they are out of Colorado, which I really kind of appreciate because I lived there for 6 years and I've got some bias towards that because I loved it there. Great place to camp too, especially. But yeah, so we are going to look at this really quick. It's pretty standard. If you've ever seen any kind of fire plugs like this, I did a video on the Pro Camp Tech ones. They're very similar products, and I'll go over the differences later on, but basically what you do is you will get one of these fire plugs out, and it's essentially coated in wax to give it that waterproofing, and it's got cotton on the inside, and then it has a jet fuel wax blend. That's theirs. You can see it right here actually. That makes it hotter and stronger flames. And what you're going to do is bend it, and then you can twist back and forth, and you can jiggle, rotate, all that good stuff, and you can expose that cotton on the inside, and that will be what will take a spark or a lighter, even whatever you're using. It'll ignite and it will burn for up to 5 minutes is what they're claiming, so we'll see about that pretty soon. But it's a pretty cool product. I mean, anything like this in the market I'm gonna like. So we're gonna test these out, and we'll actually probably compare them to this guy outside. There's a bunch of snow outside, so this will be a good comparison. But before we do that, I want to say too is I would not personally, for me, and I recommend, if you're going to get into this kind of stuff, or if you already are, still make sure that you're good with natural tinder fires. So using birch bark or bird's nests or fat wood, etc. Be really good at that kind of stuff. That way you don't have to rely on these, because to me this is more of like an emergency / backup tinder. So if you are into that kind of stuff, then I would say this would be handy in that sense. just to have this in your pack. If you don't have the natural resources for whatever reason around you, or time is of the essence, or it's too rainy or wet and it's having trouble, then these could be a lifesaver. Now, if you don't want to get into the survival bushcraft stuff, then just having these in your camper or hiker or whatever, these would be much more convenient, especially if you don't have that knowledge of using natural resources to make fires. These would be very, very convenient for you. So with that being said, let's go outside and test these out. All right, so we have the Bigfoot Bushcraft fire plug and the ProCamp Tech one. I'm going to drop them in some water for you guys just to show you how this works even when wet. Okay, so they're completely submerged and wet. All right, so start with this one first, ProCamp Tech. Just going to twist and bend, shake, expose the dry inner cotton fibers. Put that down. And then the Bigfoot Bushcraft. Same thing. All right, that should be good. All right. Come down with your Ferro-rod. There you go. And I'll time this for you guys as well. Took me maybe 15 seconds to set that up, so I'll add some time to this, or I won't count it against it at least. So as that's going, I'll also speed this up for you guys because this might take 5 minutes or so. So let's see how they do. Okay, so they both did pretty well. The ProCamp Tech actually did better than 4 minutes, which was great to see, and this one did a little bit longer. You know, it lasted maybe about 20-30 seconds longer, and I did notice that with the Bigfoot Bushcraft ones that the flames were a lot higher, and they burned a lot better overall. Probably because it's a little bit thicker in general than the ProCamp Tech. But let's go back inside and wrap up, guys. All right, welcome back. So both products, I think, performed pretty well. With the ProCamp Tech, it doesn't burn quite as long as the Bigfoot Bushcraft, and it didn't feel like it burned as hot, and the flames weren't nearly as high. However, it still is a good product in itself. It's kind of like ProCamp Tech is more quantity versus quality, because these ones are slightly better, but you do get a little bit more per pack with this one, so they both are good. And then, like I said, Bigfoot Bushcraft also sells ferrocerium rods, like this one right here. Nice 6-inch long, 1/2-inch wide. That's what you want, for sure. At least have one of these in your kit. And then it does have this multi-tool striker, which, like I said before, you don't have to have this on. You can take it off and then just use your survival knife, because I like to use this in general. It makes a lot better sparks and it's a lot easier to use. But I still personally like to use this as a backup just in case. So I leave it on there. Plus it is bottle opener and a tinder processor right there as well, and it has some measuring again. And then also, like I said, Bigfoot Bushcraft sells different knives. They've got different kind of Mora knives. I'll probably pick one up for myself, an extra one for myself, my wife maybe. And yeah, don't forget my coupon code is CraftyVeteran, all one word, capital C, capital V. That'll give you 15% off your order. And then right now, they were doing a President's Day sale. Now they're doing a warehouse sale, as far as I know. They do sales all the time on their website, so go ahead and check them out. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. I'll have the link to their website in my description and my first comment. So thanks again, guys. Bye-bye.